At Visiting Angels, we are a carer-centric organisation, which means that we put our caregivers at the heart of absolutely everything we do. We consider them in every decision that we make because we feel that it's not only the right thing to do, but it will deliver better outcomes in the long run. So I wanted to explore with you guys as business owners the benefits that it actually brings to your business, brings to your clients and your caregivers. So Andrew, could I ask you about the positive impact that Carer Centricity has given you when it comes to recruitment and retention in your business?
Yeah, we've been in business now 2 years or so, and over those 2 years we've had very few people leave us. We look after our carers really well. It's not just being nice to them, it's actually treating them as human beings and valuing the work that they actually do. And we do that in many different ways. We've recently lost one person to Australia, gone to the Gold Coast, so we can't compete against that. But that's the sort of reasons why people decide not to work for us, because they're doing life-changing things. And this person went out to Australia and she got into a care home. We've made references for her, and so she's stayed in the business yet in some ways. So we really do value the whole concept of carer centricity because it really does prove to them what they do is important. And I think that's really important that they are shown all the time that they're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. So what you've just described is really high retention rates. And we do across the network have leading retention rates in the industry of 88%. Nationally in the industry it's much less, it's actually half that. So Helen, do you think that that high retention rate gives your clients better outcomes?
Oh, definitely. When I've gone out and met clients and explained that, they will see 1, 2, perhaps 3 carers, depending on how big the package is. They go, wow, if they've had care before, it's not what they've experienced before, they've just seen a churn of faces. So having that same face, or a couple of carers go into them, they build relationships, they build trust, and so the care outcomes are hugely different, and they trust the carers to make decisions for them if they're having difficulties with things like that. They trust us then to sort of refer to district nurses, physiotherapists, OTs, which then gives them positive outcomes. And our carers have lovely relationships with the clients, and there's a lot of clients that would have their caregivers work 24/7 because they only want to see them, and that's a lovely thing to see. It really is.
That's lovely. So Georg, as a newer business owner, have you found when it comes to recruiting caregivers easier in the respect of discussing what we do with them, in highlighting to them that we are carer centric, that we pay travel time, that we service their cars, that we pay them better? Has that been well received?
It has been well received. Initially it's been a bit of disbelief when you're actually explaining to them what Carer Centric's all about. The idea of getting a 5% wage increase in the year is something that most people in care, even in the health sector, have never experienced that before. So that way, from car valeting to you're getting a tyre free a year to, they don't believe you initially, but it's now the guys that have started now that they're actually passing the message on, and it's starting to kind of affect recruitment quite well. So it has a really positive impact on recruitment, and well, basically we're trying to get that message across. We're here to look after them, and if we look after them, well, we don't need to worry about them looking after our clients.
Yeah, absolutely. So you spoke about getting the message out there. So you guys, obviously you've been with us a while now. Mm-hmm. So have you found that a referral scheme has helped you? Are caregivers spreading the word?
They are, yes. But as Gil just said, it's a disbelief. Yeah. You speak to caregivers over the phone, potential ones, you have a pre-interview screening with them, and you go through your list of what you're going to provide, and they, yes, okay, yeah, really? They really don't believe it. Yeah.
We have had carers in the past who have joined us and said, this seems too good to be true, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And they're still with us. One of those has been promoted into the business more. So you're right, it's very difficult for them to fully appreciate what we offer.
Yeah. I think the referral thing is a little bit difficult because a lot of caregivers who they'd like to refer have left the industry because they're so disillusioned with it, and which is sad. So it's just about keep doing the good work, and hopefully they may come back to the industry if the current caregivers can persuade them it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely, it's about proving to them actually we are an employer with a difference, we're a provider with a difference. So when it comes to actually purchasing care and a client choosing their care provider, do you think that us being carer centric matters to them as well when making that choice?
When we have phone call inquiries and we explain to them that they will only see very few carers, that there's continuity and consistency of care throughout their care package, they find it sometimes very difficult to actually appreciate, and then they start asking as well, if you cancel, and we're saying, what do you mean if we cancel? It never happens. So you'll always get somebody, 90% of the time it's one main carer, and then you'll get a backup carer just in case they're on holiday. So when they hear that consistency story, they are really, really enthusiastic.
Also finding that it gives the carer ownership as well, so they're actually going above and beyond. They're going to the same client, not being rushed, and like I say, they're going to the same client, so they're getting to know them in a personal level as well, and that's improving the overall kind of care side of things as well.
Absolutely. I think so. So just to round off what we've been talking about, guys, if you could each give us an example of something carer centric that you've done that's improved the lives of the caregiver, that'd be wonderful.
Well, we had a carer who her car was damaged in a car accident. It was actually written off. So for a period of time, we provided her with transport to get to and from at no cost to her, so that she could continue, one, earning money for herself and continue that, and also going to see the clients to keep that consistency going.
Fantastic. That's lovely.
We've got a caregiver who's got some very personal issues going on. And we don't want to lose her, so we've worked with her to rearrange a rota, rearrange a work pattern so that she can support her family but still support our clients, and she's been very appreciative of that.
Fantastic. And yourself, Georg?
Oh, where do I start? I mean, we started a scheme where we provide a tyre a year, but we've liaised with a mobile tyre fitter, so he'll do puncture repairs for us and stuff. So we did have somebody with a puncture, and it was fixed for us quite quickly. I went and picked the person up and took them to their care job. But just things like taking ice lollies out them when it's really hot. I mean, we've never experienced weather like that in Scotland for so many years. So you know, just that small thing, and the carer and the client were, you know, the big smiles on their face, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. It's the small things that matter,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's those tiny thank yous that make all the difference. So that's lovely. Thank you for sharing that with us, guys.
Okay,
Pleasure.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.